All right. Let's talk about our next person. It's freaking Gainswell.
Kenneth Gainwell, man. He was the hot pickup of the week. A lot of people were excited about him. A lot of people playing him in DraftKings.
It makes sense because
a lot of people stashed him for the situation that Miles Sanders goes down, and then Miles Sanders went down.
Yeah, just in case no one's wishing any bad things on Miles Sanders, but if he goes down, it felt like Gainswell would be like a very...
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people
an asset everyone wanted.
He would be a great play if he ever got the chance, and maybe he would be, but I don't know if he ever will get the chance.
Yeah, I don't know. The scenario finally happened, and turns out Gainswell is number 3.
Turns out they picked up Jordan Howard off the streets because he didn't even have a job
before.
And they're like, all right, yeah, Jordan Howard, you can take over Gainwell because we like you better, apparently.
This made no sense to me. But so Boston Scott was the number 1 this week. And then
I really wasn't surprised to see Boston Scott be the number 1, though, because they did show last week when Miles Sanders went down that they went to Boston Scott quite a bit. I thought that Scott and Gainswell might kind of split the work. But what was really frustrating...
A little more than they did. I mean, they didn't give Gainswell... I think he had 1 rushing attempt before the fourth quarter.
We also got to remember that Jalen Hurts only threw the ball 10 times, and that's where Gainwell thrives. So if they play a game next week where the game script is different and they got to pass more, Gainwell might get more involved again. But it pretty much shoots down his chances of turning into a really good play because...
Yeah, he feels pretty droppable at this point. It's very frustrating.
There's no circumstances where their team is going to feel good about him as a 3-down guy.
So he had 13 rushing attempts for 27 yards. 12 of those came in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He had like 1, maybe 2 previous to that, and the rest of it went to Jordan Howard and Boston Scott. So Philadelphia scored 4 rushing touchdowns that day from running backs. 2 of them went to Jordan Howard.
5, because Hurts had a rushing touchdown, right?
Yeah, maybe he did. I can't remember. I was so pissed. I didn't see the Hurts touchdown.
He had 5 rushing touchdowns and a defensive touchdown. So frustrating to play Jalen Hurts this week. I mean, at least he got the rushing touchdown.
Right, it was frustrating
come on, pass the ball.
Yeah, it was frustrating to play Jalen Hurts. It was frustrating to play Gainswell, which I had a lot of exposure to him in daily fantasy, and it just screwed me.
But after seeing this
all
game,
aspects of that word.
Generally, you got to feel quite a bit of confidence in Boston Scott, right?
Yeah, you got to feel pretty good about Boston Scott.
It looks like their team believes in him and thinks that he's their best guy that's healthy right now.
What changed? Like previous to that, maybe last week after Miles Sanders went out, they started handing him the ball a little bit, but like every week leading up to that was a sign.
Was like inactive or not even playing.
Yeah, it was a sign that Gainswell would be the dude. And
I know. Yeah, all signs pointed to Gainwell.
It frustrated me. I lost some money, not a lot, like $100, but also I had him stashed on my dynasty line. I was thinking this would be a good stack. Not wishing the worst on Miles Sanders, but if something bad happened,
you do that with running backs.
You have some security there, and I felt like Gainswell was it, and it turns out it's not. And now it feels like
I think you can move on from that one.
Yeah, now it feels like you just be like bye bye.
Yeah,
but maybe Gainswell will be more involved if they're coming from behind.
He will be. I mean. When they go and play a game where they're passing the ball and playing from behind, which they will because they're not that good of a team. They're going to be playing from behind.
Yeah, they got Jalen Hurts as their quarterback. Yeah. Who the only thing he can do is run.
Yeah, scores fantasy points, but
I don't like Jalen Hurts very much.
Hurts might get benched before the end of the year, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens with that team. I like Boston Scott going forward, and Kenneth Gainwell is droppable.
Yeah, droppable. Yeah, I'm going to be dropping him this week. I'm not very excited about him anymore.